Whoa, good afternoon, everybody. John here at Havoc Maker Studio. Hoping you had a great weekend. I most certainly did here at the studio. Got some painting done on a couple commissions or a commission. Knocked out nearly 32 pages on the RPG I've been working on. Got in about 12 hours total of Fallout 76 time. It's been a really awesome weekend. Very blessed to be in this situation and I can be doing these sort of things at the safety of this temporary studio that I'm at. In regards to this studio, here very soon, probably in the next 2 weeks, we've got some upgrades coming to the studio to spice things up. Not not too spicy. There's not going to be shirt taking off or wearing bikinis or hot tub videos or anything like that. But just to kind of enhance this temporary studio, since I will be here now through the end of the year as I take care of family while I'm up here. So some really cool stuff going to be going on here at the studio. Now today I was intending to do a video, really kind of a spicy controversy, hot mess on some stuff going on over in RPGs, at least in RPG news, centered around some faux celebrities slash social media influencers. And it just keeps getting uglier and uglier as I kept trying to do the video. So we're going to hold off, push that back probably to about the 6, 7 o'clock hour tonight so I can wait for some things to settle down, get some emails read, and try to make sure I got all my T's crossed and I's dotted. Now, in the meantime, we got some other crazy stuff going on. Atomic Mass Games revealed some information today. Really, in a way, kind of three pieces or maybe four pieces, really kind of five pieces. You know what? We're just going to get into it. So first up, Crimson Dynamo and Dark Star got dropped. So there's one. Urza Major and Red Guardian got dropped. And by dropped, I mean they got put up on the official website and they're now officially on Asmodee's site. So all of our information has just been being fulfilled that we got way before the official reveal. So thank you so much, my sources. I really do appreciate it. Now, what can we say about these characters? Well, I predicted very foolishly, well, I wouldn't say foolishly, I predicted safely that they would be dropping come October, November, December for quarter four, which would give them help round out their quarter four. And it was kind of snappy, kind of witty, the winter gar for the winter months. That would be awesome. But it didn't happen. So here's what we know. According to the official release schedule, Heimdall and Scourge drops in July. Malekith the Accursed is going to drop in August, followed by the new Nick Fury, Captain America, and Red Skull sets in September, according to the official websites. But Crimson Dynamo and Darkstar, Urza Major, and Red Guardian, the Winter Guard, are going to drop August 12th. Now, whether that's just here or over in Europe, or it's going to be here in the U.S. or North America, I don't know. But this was a big surprise because I did not expect them to pack August with all these releases, especially considering we haven't seen anything else being talked about for at least the last half of the year. I figured this would have been it. So whatever's going on with Atomic Mass Games, thank you. Big thank you for doing this. Whether you guys need the money because of the way the market's going on right now and you guys are trying to stack things up in your favor, I don't care. This is a wonderful, wonderful treat. So thank you so much. So on top of that, we've got a good look into what's going to be coming in the boxes. We already knew the miniatures, but we still didn't know the affiliation, leadership, or anything like that. Now we do. So first up, we're back to 3 team tactic cards for boxes. So the September releases are like 2 team tactic cards a piece. This one is 3, so maybe we're not back since it's a pre-release of that. I don't know how to word that. Anyway, so we got Dark Aura, Manifestation, Fusion Caster, and Winter Rush. One of each of those are going to be probably powers that are relative to those characters, and then Winter Rush probably going to be a generic affiliation card. And then we have the affiliation card for Winter Guard, which means that one of these two characters is going to be the leader. So I'm pretty sure we can guess who, because we're going to talk about him. You probably already saw it, but we're going to, just in case. Then we have Urza Major and Red Guardian. And we have three more team tactic cards: Bear Hug, Comrade's Keeper, which I imagine both of those are for Urza Major. And then Sovereign Strike is probably a card geared towards Red Guardian. And speaking of Red Guardian, we now know the identity of this Red Guardian. It is going to be Nikolai Kurlenko, who is the brother of Darkstar, where he used to be Vanguard, running around with the sickle and hammer. He now is the new Red Guardian, which is good because he has these superpowers that can actually, at least have in the comics, have boosted his abilities to toss around the vibranium shield and such. He can withstand electromagnetic, kinetic, and gravitronic energy, and I believe I've seen it in the comics where he's redirected that energy. So we might see that in his character card. So when are we going to see character cards? Right now. Here we go. Crimson Dynamo is first up. Now, how often are we going to be seeing these other characters? Excuse me. I don't know. We might see Darkstar next week, followed on by the third week of being Team Tactic cards out of their box. And then the other two characters, because remember, we've got until August for these to drop. So we've got 4 or 5 weeks approximately. I think we're at 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wrong calendar. We're 5-6 weeks out from these characters dropping at either in the US, the UK, Europe, I don't know where, but we're still about 6 weeks out. And if they space the contents of each of these boxes out, that's at least 6 weeks of content. So we'll see how this pans out. Plus, remember, we do have Star Wars Legion and Star Wars X-Wing stuff that is going to be getting revealed between now and September and October as well. So who knows how this is going to pan out. But more than likely, the Winter Guard are going to be getting hit or dropped pretty heavily between now and probably mid-July. And then we'll probably see Malekith, who I anticipated us seeing first. Malekith is probably going to be during the mini extravaganza, is my guess. They'll wait to reveal that. That way they have something to reveal card-wise. Anyways, enough of that. Crimson Dynamo, top to bottom, left to right. Let's get into this. Crimson Dynamo. Dmitry Bukharin. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm not going to say the other boo word. So he's got 6 health on both sides for a nice 12. He's got a short range movement, which is a little odd. We'll talk about it near the end. Size 3, threat 4. It's reasonable. He's got a 4 physical, 3 energy, and a weirdly 4 mystic defense. I'm not sure about the mystic defense. I don't recall him having any other sort of special abilities to resist mystic influences or energies or anything like that. So that's a weird one. I figured it would have been a 4 energy over a 4 mystic. But you know what? Atomic Mass Games, their creators they probably have a matrix going, hey, we need to get another character in that has a boosted mystic for whatever reason. So who knows? So we have 2 attacks and a variety of powers. So the first one is the Builder power, which is an Electric Blast, which is a really nice one. In some regards, it's a beam 4. It's got 5 dice and it costs 0 power. Now you get power after the attack is resolved. You just get 1 power. Also, if you roll the wild symbol on each of those attacks, or for each of those attacks, whoever you rolled a wild symbol against, they get this shock special condition. So that's you're potentially going to be shocking 2 people, maybe 3, possibly 4, but not probable. It's very not the probability of you getting 4 people with a beam is very low, but it's still possible, just low on the probability. Anyways, so that's a not too bad of a power. Not the greatest builder, but okay, we'll take it. The homing rockets is his next attack. This is his spender, and is a physical attack, which is not too bad. It's range 5, which is amazing. We got 5 dice and 2 power. So this is a very efficient attack, especially considering its low power cost. So this attack ignores line of sight, which I don't know how often you guys encounter cover in any of your games. I got about almost 3 dozen games underneath my belt now, or just over 3 dozen. I think I'm at just over 3 dozen. And I don't think I've ever encountered anybody having cover. It's still nice to have. I'd rather have the power and not need it than need it and not have it. So I'll take it. It's free. It doesn't require any dice roll. However, we do have the explosive special rules. So if you roll a wild symbol, before you deal the damage to your target, any enemy characters within range 2 of the target suffer 1 point of damage from the explosions. Not too bad. So let's talk about this leadership ability that Crimson Dynamo has, which is just shock, because I don't recall him ever being the leader of the Winter Guard. And I think in their little description on the box it says that he's the current leader. The current leader in the comics was Red Widow, and I'm not sure what's going on there unless something else has happened. But once again, this is their universe. They can do whatever they want with it. They can do whatever they want. I assumed Red Guardian would have been the leader, but they went this route. Not going to argue, because we got this amazing ability called the Unbreakable Red Line. I love the name. It's affiliation Winter Guard, and it's got 2 abilities. First up is at the start of an allied character's activation, for free, you can remove 1 special condition. That's awesome. Doesn't cost you a single thing. The second part of this is when an allied character is contesting a secure objective and would be pushed, you can roll a single dice, and on a critical success, a wild symbol, or a shield symbol, you're not pushed. So that's 4 out of 8 symbols that if you happen to roll that, because there's 2 shield symbols, unless I'm wrong, 2 shield symbols on there. So that's 4. Basically, you have a 50-50 chance of ignoring that push. That's awesome. So moving on, we have 2 superpowers. The first one is Overcharge Capacitors. This costs 0 power, and you gain 2 power at the cost of spending an action. That's not too bad. So we were worried about his building up power from like the electric blast, that we didn't have a good builder with usually the doing X amount of damage and get X amount of power. This one, you don't have it, but now with the overcharge capacitors, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Still costs an action, but we'll take it. So propulsion thrusters is his second power, and you can place this character within range 2 of its current position at a cost of 2 power. You're going to use it once per turn. Okay, we'll take it. It's not super great, but it does help stick with the theme of being in power armor and flying around and such. Okay, that's cool. We have 1 reactive power that costs 2. It's called Disruption Field, and this one's kind of unique. So when this character or another allied character is targeted by an enemy attack, and the enemy is within range 3 of Crimson Dynamo, you can use this power. This character, being the Crimson Dynamo character, may re-roll up to 2 of the attacker's dice for 2 power. You know what? I don't know how often I would use this, but I would probably look at it as if they rolled 2 critical successes, I would snatch up those 2 critical successes and re-roll those suckers. I don't know how often you would want to be using this, but definitely for those critical successes, snatch those away and re-roll them. So that's not too bad. Once again, it's going to be a very situational power, but it's very nice. Then we have 2 innate abilities. One is weird, but the first up is the Carbo. Man, when we talked about Omega Red, I had a hard time pronouncing this, so bear with me. The Carborundum Matrix Alloy. When this character would suffer damage from any enemy effect, you can reduce the damage by 1 to a minimum of 1. Okay, cool. He's got armor. And then his last one is a weird one. And maybe you guys can help me out on what I'm not understanding about this. He has an innate power called flight, which is understandable. He's in a suit of power armor. He does fly around in the comic books and whatnot. But he's got flight and he's got short range movement. So those of you not familiar with this game, when you are trying to go over terrain, climb a building, fly on top, whatever, if you don't have flight or wall crawling, you have to use the short range ruler to move, right? So if you have flight, then you can use your full movement to fly over, to fly on top, or climb, or if you have like web crawling or wall walking or whatever it is, you can use your full movement to go up a building. So this doesn't make sense that he has flight and a short range movement, unless I'm missing something. And if I am, because I honestly don't know, and I'm not going to go look. I'm asking you guys, what am I missing with this? Why is this significant? Why is this a good thing? Because right now, I don't think it's a good thing. It's just redundant. At any rate, stay tuned. In a few hours, we'll have that hot mess controversy going on. Let me know what you guys think of Crimson Dynamo and that leadership ability. And of course, let me know what's going on with that flight. I am just confused as F about it. Anyways, you guys have yourself a wonderful Monday, and I will chat with you later. See ya.